Hello and welcome to 15.3 Notes, which is on interpreting a two-way frequency table. Go ahead and take down the learning goal and do the bell work, and then we will get started. Okay, so the question was, students were asked, how did you get to school today? And the two-way frequency table shows the results of that survey. So the first question is, how many students walked to school? So the first thing that we're noticing is that it is not a specific school. The people who walk to school are going to walk to any of the schools. So we're looking at this section right here. Well, we only care about the total number of students that walked, so we are going to say it is 82. Then the second one says, how many middle school students rode a bicycle to school? As we're looking at this one, we only care about middle school, so this is our column, and we only care about kids who rode a bike to school. So we're going to see where those intersect, and we are going to find out that there's going to be 18 students who are in middle school and who also rode a bike. The next question says, how many high school students were surveyed? We want to know how many high school students in general even were asked the question. So we're going to look at the high school students, but we don't care about how they got to school, we just care about their total. So that's 114. The last one is how many students were surveyed, and that is once again a total answer. We are not caring about which school that they go to or how they got there. We just want to know how many kids did we ask, and that was 275. Okay, so the second one says this two-way frequency table shows the results of a survey at a local high school. Students responded to the question, do you volunteer anywhere? And we want to know how many sophomores said that they volunteer. So we're going to go to the volunteer category, and we want them to have volunteered, so we're looking for the yes. And then the sophomores are the only ones that we care about. So here we have 22 that have said that they volunteer somewhere. This table shows the results of a survey about the color of car people own. We want to decide if each statement is true or false. And it says more men than women own black cars. So we're going to take a look at our survey, and we're just looking at black cars, and we're going to compare men versus women. And this statement is true because we have 39 men that own black cars and 14 women. So more men than women own a black car. Then the second question says, black is the most popular color overall. So we are going to look not at male or female, but at our total numbers. And we're going to compare and see which one is the most popular. So we have 27, 12, 58, and 53. So this one is false. We're going to cross out black and we're going to write in white. White is the most color of car for these particular people that we are looking at. The last one says fewer people own a blue car than any other color of car. Once again, we're only looking at the total, and we're going to look at which car is the least. So out of all of these, 12 is the smallest, and 12 goes with blue. So this statement is true. Fewer people own a blue car than any other car. Looking at our next one, it says, based on the table, which statement is true? More men own two-door cars than four-door cars. We're looking just at men, so those are the males, and then we're comparing which kind of car door that they have. So two-door is more than four-door, so this statement is true. My next statement says more women than men own two-door cars. So as I'm looking at female versus male, I'm looking at their car doors, and it is true that more, I'm going to back up, more women than men own two-door cars. There I was looking at just whether or not the women had more two-door cars, but that was not the question. The question was more women than men own two-door cars. So here, the number of two-door cars are going to be 81 versus 44. So this statement is false. And we are going to say more men than women own two-door cars. We could also have made the statement true by saying that more women than men own four-door cars, if that were true down here, but it's not, so we're not going to be able to say that. More men than women were surveyed. So then we're just going to look at the columns of how many people were surveyed. So our total of men that were surveyed was 120. The total of women was 80. So this statement is true. Okay, so your friend's family is having a family reunion and your friend needs to show a movie. And so your friend surveys all of the family members about their favorite type of movie. And then your friend concludes that a comedy would be best because comedy was the most frequent response. And we want to know, do we agree? As we're looking down here, out of all of the choices that were given for action, drama, and comedy, comedy was the most frequent. So this could be true. But as we're looking at it a little bit closer, let's look at our data. Our data says out of all of the comedy, 19 of those people were children who wanted a comedy. So 19 children and only 7 adults. And the adults, there were 33 of them. So I don't know that that's actually our best answer. So let's look at our next most frequent result. 24 people said action. Here it looks like it was a pretty decent split between children and adults that wanted that. And so that might be a good choice because if you're showing the movie to both friends or adults and children, that might be a better choice. The last one was drama, and it looked like very few children would want a drama, and more adults would want a drama. So out of all of the categories, action seems like it would probably be the best choice for both adults and children if you're going to be showing that to both. Okay, the next question says, what if we decided to show one movie in 2 different rooms? Well, then which movie should we choose? Well, it looks like if we're going to show a movie in 2 different rooms, that the children would probably like comedy. So many of them chose comedy that should probably be one room. And then we're going to look and we're going to see, okay, what is the most frequent other movie that was chosen? And so that is drama. So if we're going to have a children's room and an adult room, then we could probably do a comedy and a drama, which is very different from our last one, in which we decided that action was probably the best type of movie because it fit with most people. Okay, this topic should be, or this homework should be fairly easy. You can go ahead and jump right in. Make sure you're turning in your notes when you're done. Okay, have a good day.